Tell me something. If you were a brand, and because you've built Level Supermind, we'll get deeper into it. If you were a brand, how would you approach social media campaigns? Where would you choose YouTubers? Where would you choose Instagrammers?
Very subjective conversation.
Okay.
Like every brand, for example, Harpic would be very different from McDonald's, would be very different from Level Supermind, would be very different from 1% Club.
Okay.
So
Let's take EdTech as a category and then we'll explore 2 to 3 more categories.
EdTech, I know that the end consumer, someone who wants self-improvement. So without putting two thoughts into it, I'd put my money on YouTube.
Okay. And what would be your split? Let's say you get 10 crores in budget.
I'd put in EdTech specifically less than 10% on Instagram.
And 90% on YouTube.
You're just talking about YouTube and Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Or Twitter, LinkedIn.
No, just YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, 90% on YouTube, 10% on Instagram. And I'd start with a small capital to begin with, do my A/B testing, and then adjust that 90 and 10 into a 95 and 5 or an 85 and 50.
And how would you choose a particular creator to collaborate with as a brand? What would be your criteria?
Try understanding who the audience of that particular creator is, but with the basis of views and engagement. And the engagement can be seen in the comment section. Nowadays, you can buy computer generated comments, bot comments. So I'd also scan the comment section a bit to understand whether these are genuine comments, are these genuine human beings or not. And another gauge, especially when it comes to top creators, is try seeing whose name gets brought up in your day-to-day conversations with people who are not from the media world. That's a very strong content creator, and you want to work with content creators on the rise. So if someone's name gets brought up, like, hey, did you see this girl's page? Did you see this guy's YouTube channel? Those are the creators you want to work with. So I'd actually go very creator first and quantity second when it comes to influencer marketing campaigns, which is what in my eyes is the role of an agency. That if a brand is coming to you with a certain packet of money and saying, hey, take my money, do whatever you want. Give it to the agency and let the agency tailor make such a strong campaign for you based on your end results in mind that you as a brand don't need to look into it. That is the job of an agency in my eyes.
Which most of the agencies don't do well.
Don't do. But the ones that survive do it. Yeah. The ones that are constantly growing do it. And this is a matter of them telling the brand, hey, your idea may not be the best, but let me give you another idea.
So this also brings about the moat of an agency. The moat of an agency is when an agency acts less as an intermediator and more as a consultant, as a guide to the brands to run their campaigns. Is that correct? And secondly, what you're saying is when it comes to an edtech brand, if I were to summarize what you just mentioned, it would be a 90-10 split to start with, and then based on the learning, it would be 85-15 or 95-5. And there, once it comes to YouTube, while you choose your YouTubers, you would choose YouTubers who often come up in the conversations with people who are not of your industry, A. B, you would have a look at the comment section versus the engagement, because engagement could be bought, but comments could not be bought to a large extent, and bought comments are very evident. And 3, you would play the quality game versus the quantity game, which is collaborate with only few creators who truly bring credibility to the brand as compared to too many creators just spreading out the word.
Yeah.
So
also try not working with overlapping creators for one single campaign.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you find value in our work, please hit that subscribe button, because for you it might be a zero effort task, but for us, that subscriber count is an important instrument to get great guests to our podcast and to make this podcast better for you. So if you find value, please subscribe.